The night arrived slowly, like a soft blanket being pulled over the world, quiet and gentle, without hurry. The sky above the small riverside town of Alaris Haven was deep blue, sprinkled with faint stars that blinked as if they were sleepy too. A silver moon floated calmly, reflecting its light on the long, peaceful river called Lunara, which flowed through the heart of the place. The river did not rush, it moved with patience, whispering secrets to the stones resting beneath its surface. Along the riverbank stood old willow trees, their long branches hanging low, touching the water as if the trees themselves wanted to listen to the river's lullaby. The air was cool but kind, carrying the scent of wet earth, quiet flowers, and distant pine trees. Everything felt still, safe, and deeply calm, the kind of calm that gently invites the mind to rest. Near the river, there was a small wooden cottage with warm golden light glowing softly from its windows. This cottage belonged to no one in particular, yet it welcomed everyone who needed peace. The door was slightly open, not out of carelessness, but because Alaris Haven believed in trust and openness. Inside, the room was simple. No loud colors, no sharp edges, only smooth wooden furniture. A soft rug, and a fireplace that crackled quietly like a whispering friend. The warmth from the fire mixed with the cool night air, creating perfect balance. A single chair sat near the window, facing the river, placed there for moments of thinking, dreaming, or simply. The cottage felt like a pause in time, a place where worries forgot how to follow. Outside, the river Lunara continued its gentle song. Each ripple carried moonlight, turning the water into moving silver threads. Small lanterns lined the river path, glowing softly, guiding anyone who wished to walk slowly and let their thoughts drift away. No loud footsteps were heard, only the sound of leaves moving slightly and water touching the shore. Even the insects hummed quietly, as if they understood that this was a night meant for rest. Somewhere in the distance, an owl called once, then fell silent again, satisfied with the peacefulness of the moment. The entire place felt like it was breathing together, slow inhale, slow exhale, teaching the same rhythm to anyone who listened. As the night deepened, the stars seemed closer, as though they had leaned down to watch over Alaris Haven. The river reflected them gently. The willows swayed slowly, their movements unhurried, their shadows dancing softly across the ground. Time did not feel important here. There were no clocks ticking loudly, no reminders of tomorrow, no pressure to be anything other than calm. The river did not ask where you were going. It only offered to carry your thoughts gently downstream. The moon did not demand attention. It simply shone, steady and reassuring, like a silent promise that everything was okay. The path beside the river curved toward a small stone bridge, old but strong, built long ago by hands that understood patience. Moss covered its sides, and tiny flowers grew between the stones. Standing on the bridge, one could hear the river more clearly, feel its cool breath rising upward, brushing against the skin. It was said that anyone who stood there long enough would feel their worries grow lighter. As if the river quietly accepted them and carried them away. The bridge did not move, yet it connected more than land, it connected tired hearts to rest. In Alaris Haven, nights were not something, they were meant to be felt slowly, like reading a favorite page again and again. The cottage, the river, the trees, and the sky all worked together, creating a gentle harmony that wrapped itself around the mind. Thoughts slowed, breathing softened, muscles relaxed without being told to. The river Lunara continued its endless journey, but it never forgot to move softly through this place, honoring. And as the moon climbed higher, the world seemed to whisper one simple message again and again. Rest now, you are safe, the night is kind. As the night moved deeper into its quiet hours, Alaris Haven felt even more distant from the noisy world beyond its borders. The moon climbed higher, spreading a softer, cooler light across the river Lunara, making the water glow like polished glass. The river seemed slower now, as if it too was growing drowsy, stretching its silvery reflections lazily along the banks. Tiny waves kissed the shore again, repeating the same gentle motion, never tiring, never changing. This repetition felt comforting, like a heartbeat or steady breathing, something the mind could rest upon without effort. Inside the wooden cottage, the fire burned lower, its flames smaller and calmer, casting long shadows that moved slowly across the walls. The air inside felt heavier with warmth, wrapping around the room like a blanket. The chair by the window remained empty, waiting patiently, while the window itself reflected both the firelight and the moonlight, blending them into a soft golden silver glow. The silence inside the cottage was not empty. It was full of peace. Every sound had softened, even the quiet crackle of the fire, their branches brushing the surface, creating slow, circular ripples that expanded gently before disappearing. Each ripple seemed to carry a thought away, smoothing the water again as the trees did not resist the night air. They welcomed it, moving in harmony, teaching the same gentle acceptance to the land around them. The stone bridge stood quietly, its reflection stretching across the water like a second bridge beneath the surface. Standing there, one could feel the coolness of the night settle into the skin. Not sharp or cold, but refreshing and calm. The scent of damp stone and river water mixed together, grounding and familiar. The bridge had witnessed countless nights like this, nights when the world slowed down and remembered how to be quiet. It held no memories loudly, yet its presence felt wise. As if it understood the importance of letting things pass without holding on to them. Far above, the stars shimmered faintly, not bright or demanding, but soft and distant. They did not compete with the moon. Instead, they supported it, filling the sky with gentle depth. The clouds moved slowly, thin and quiet, drifting without purpose or urgency. Watching them felt like watching thoughts float by, appearing, changing shape, then fading away. The night encouraged this kind of observation, where nothing needed fixing, chasing, or understanding deeply. It was enough just to notice and let go. Along the riverbank, the grass glistened with dew, catching the moonlight in tiny sparkles that appeared and disappeared with each small movement of air. The ground felt cool and steady beneath everything, offering silent support. Even the smallest details seemed softened by the night, the edges of stones, the outlines of leaves, the shapes of shadows. Nothing felt sharp or demanding. The river Lunara did not count time, it only flowed. The moon did not measure progress, it only shone. Ilaris Haven existed in this timeless space, where the present moment stretched wide enough to hold peace without pressure. The night was not something to endure but something to sink into, like calm water supporting the body effortlessly. The breeze touched the river first, then the trees, then the cottage, as if connecting everything with one slow breath. The world inhaled and exhaled together, unified in stillness. No voices, no footsteps disturbed the path. Everything felt exactly where it needed to be. The river reflected the moon once more, unbroken and steady. The water did not question its path. The night in Ilaris Haven reached its deepest stillness, the hour when even thoughts begin to grow quiet. The moon, now high and full, poured its pale light over the river Lunara, turning the flowing water into a smooth ribbon of silver. The river barely made a sound, only a gentle murmur that felt more like its steady movement continued without effort, reminding the land that even in rest, life gently flows forward. The water carried reflections of the stars, stretching them into soft lines that moved slowly. The wooden cottage by the river seemed to breathe along with the night. The fire inside had settled into glowing embers, releasing a calm warmth that filled the room without flickering shadows. The walls held the heat gently, and the air felt thick with comfort. The window remained open just enough to let the night breeze enter, carrying the scent of the river and the quiet earth. The chair by the window stood still, no longer waiting, but simply existing, as though it too had found rest. Nothing inside the cottage demanded attention. Everything had softened into quiet except outside. The willow trees stood nearly motionless, their long branches resting against the water like tired arms. Occasionally, a leaf would fall, touching the river's surface and drifting away slowly. The river accepted it without disturbance, allowing it to float peacefully, carried by the same gentle current. Each leaf seemed to represent a thought released, no longer needed, no longer held. The night welcomed these small moments without judgment, letting them pass as naturally as breath. The stone bridge felt cooler now, holding the chill of the night within its old stones. Moss glowed faintly in the moonlight, softening the bridge's edges even further. Standing there, one could sense the quiet strength of the structure, not in force, but in patience. The bridge had learned to remain still while everything else moved, to support without effort, to exist without expectation. The river passed beneath it endlessly, yet the bridge never tried to follow. The sky above remained wide and open, offering space rather than answers. Stars drifted slowly across the darkness as the earth turned gently beneath them. There was no urgency in their movement,